Welcome back to All In on the Knights, where the takes are calm and thoughtful. Today, I wanted to go over whether the coaching or the roster construction of the team is a concern. Is the coach to blame? Is it the GM? Is it the players? Or is it the fans? We'll unpack more of that after we are done with our quick cap. On the 8th, the Vegas Golden Knights played the Columbus Blue Jackets. I thought we actually looked really good in that game. I know we were playing the Blue Jackets, and they're not that great of a team, but I felt like we played with a different. I don't know. We looked faster. We looked more focused. It looked like we were maybe even turning around this ship. Now that we had a game under our belt that we won, and then we went back and we won this game. I know. Right after I talked about wanting Hart to not be the starter, he gets injured, and so now Akira Schmid's in that, and now Carl Lindbaum's back, so he'll be showing up in a few games for us now. And still no Aiden Hill. I think we're still a little ways away from him actually getting back. And then last night we played the St. Louis Blues. I thought we did really well. Stone is on a really good heater right now. He's got 7 goals in 7 games. And yeah, it's looking really good. We have a win streak of 3 now, and Theodore's back. I think things are starting to look up. I know McNabb is still out, and Hill is still out, and Carlson's still out. But I think we are seeing some progress. Oh, and Mitch Marner looked really good too. I think I'm not saying that this is a turnaround point because we played 3 teams that weren't exactly the greatest, but I think we are heading in the right direction. All right, let's get into the main focal point of the episode. I want to talk about whether, or who we blame, so to speak, for the team and how they've performed so far this year. So let's first talk about the players. And the reason why I mainly bring this topic up is because of what I've seen online, whether it's Facebook or Reddit, or anything like that. I see a lot of players reacting to our team, which I try not to read into those because there's a lot of hateful comments and comments that just in general don't make sense. Now, I've seen a lot of anger towards Mitch Marner and Jack Eichel. Those are the 2 main ones that I see. And for Jack Eichel, the main thing that I'm seeing is people are upset that he's not shooting enough. Which, to be fair, I wish he did shoot a lot more too. But I mean, if you think about it, he is doing really well this year. Really well. So I don't see... I understand we want to see more shots from him, but Jack Eichel is just doing so good. And another one that comes up, again, Mitch Marner, that we were talking about, is that personally, I don't think we should blame him because he's putting up good numbers. Not numbers like he did in Toronto when he was at like 102 points, but he's getting an average of 1 point per game, which is super good. Like, I don't see people saying I don't understand people saying that Mitch Marner is the problem and Jack Eichel's the problem. People say Jack doesn't shoot enough and Mitch Marner isn't doing enough. They're doing enough, in my opinion. They are both above above 1 point a game players. So I don't think those 2 are the blame. The last player that I see a lot of talk about is Noah Hanifin. Now, I understand that there was a lot of expectation for Hanifin to fill in for Petro not being on not playing this year and being on season-long injury reserve. His numbers are down from last season, and there have been quite a few turnovers that have been noticeable. So I can understand people's frustration there. But again, we are trying to replace Alex Pietrangelo and fill his shoes, which is extremely hard to do. So let's talk about now that we've done the players. Let's talk about Bruce Cassidy. Some say that he is the problem, and I've seen people already calling for him to be fired after uh, after that bad stretch that we had, and I just think that's ludicrous. We are 2 years out of a Stanley Cup win, and people are already calling for his head to be fired. I don't get that logic. I don't. I understand that things aren't fantastic right now, and in my opinion, we might be turning around. But calling for the coach to be fired is just not. It's too early for that. Now, if we go on another stretch of where we lose, um, I don't know. Let's say. Uh, 12 out of 15 games, sure. Then maybe we could discuss that option and see if there is truly a need of a change behind the bench. But I think it's way too early. I think it's way too early to be talking about it. Kelly McCrimmon, the man who has put together the team. So I have not seen anybody blaming him at all for this whatsoever. Most of the hate I see, not hate, I should say, most of the comments that I see are on Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, and Bruce Cassidy, and Noah Hannafin. But Kelly McCrimmon, the man who created the team, hasn't shown up. He's the one who chose Marner over keeping depth pieces like Olofsson and Waugh and Pearson. And I know that he's known for his trading abilities, and we praised this guy after we got Marner, and we're not holding him accountable for that. Now, that being said, I don't think the problem is Kelly McCrimmon either. I don't think he's the issue. I just think it's interesting how other people, when their logic goes straight to the players and to the coach and not to the man who built the team. I like Kelly McCrimmon. I like our coach. I like our players. I think something. I think we're gonna start seeing a different team. I really do. So that leads me to my last question, and I asked myself: should we blame fans? Should we blame us? Are we the problem? And the reason why I ask this and wonder is this franchise, are the fans just spoiled? We haven't missed the playoffs. Well, we missed the playoffs once in our existence in a year that was troubled by injuries, and we almost made the playoffs that year too. And it's almost come that the fans expect the Golden Knights to be successful and find a way to be successful every single year, which is awesome. I would love that our team has been this successful, and I hope we continue to keep that for a while. It's just sad to see that. It's sad to see so many people getting angry online, saying, "Oh, I can't watch this team anymore. This is ridiculous. We're not playing good, and I'm not going to watch anymore this season." And to me, that is just so sad. I watch to support the team. I watch for the love of the game. And you don't not support your team when they're down. You can get frustrated, but don't give up on them. That just doesn't seem right. I just don't get that mentality. I really don't. I mean, me and my wife, we'll watch a Vegas game, right? And then the next night there won't be a Vegas game on, and we'll throw on Colorado versus Minnesota or some games sometimes, just for the love of the game. And I don't know. It's hard to see fans say that they're not going to watch any more games, attend any more games, support the team, just because we're going through a little bit of a rut patch. Seems like, I'm not saying 100% that the problem is the fans, but it just seems like, I don't know, it's not the right thing to do. And I know that I'm a newer fan to the game, and I haven't been here since the beginning. But having the feeling of being on top is not one that I'm used to. I'm used to being I am a Las Vegas Raiders fan, and since I started watching football, the Raiders have had one good season, and that was the season that Derek Carr got injured right before the playoffs, and so nothing came of that season. But I digress. Do we blame the fans? Maybe a little bit, maybe. But I think there might be another thing that we need to look at for the actual blaming of what is happening this season. And that's injuries. I'm going to throw a graphic up here on the screen, and I just want you to take a look. And to credit the person who did this, it was at NHL Injury Viz. And it paints a little picture of how injured our team has been. I do think that Petro is counting towards this info, but even so, it does show how injured the team has been. When was the last time we had our full starting lineup on the ice? Basically, the beginning of the season is when we had our full roster. Ever since then, we've been down basically three players, if not more, at once. So, and no, I don't think that our team. How do I want to put this? I think our team should be stepping up a little bit more defensively, because I think that's where the main portion of our problems are this year, is defense. But this is just how we're performing right now. We don't have our top two defenders. Well, we just got one back last night, but we're out our defenders. We're out our main goalie. We're out Carlson. And for a while, Stone was gone, and then Jack was gone. And I think if we could just get back to being healthy, we could see some improvement. But that might be also the bigger problem with our team. We don't have enough depth to counteract for the injuries. And again, I mentioned this last video. It's very possible that this gets worse. It really is, because we got 8 of our guys, well, 7 of our starters, I should say, heading to the Olympics here in 1 month. So, anyways, for closing, how about you guys let me know? What do you think that our fans are spoiled? Do you think it's an injury issue in your or in your eyes? Let me know in the comments section below. Next time I'd like to look at some trade considerations for the team. Just because there's been a lot of talk about how there's basically going to be 2 trade deadlines this year. So I want to kind of take a look at that. And then last update, Stratomatic. The content is basically ready for me to use. Importing each team into Tabletop Simulator has taken some time, and it's been a long process, but I have a few teams up now, and I think I'll actually be able to start it. So I'm pretty excited for that for you guys and for myself. So if you like what you see here, please leave a like, follow, or a like, follow, and subscribe. There we go. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks.